Hello and welcome everyone. How are you this evening? I'm going to wait until 6 p.m. and then I'm going to go over the playlist. It is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think I got that right. Wow. Okay, so the playlist, as you can see, I am. Hi, Bethwin. Okay, thank you. So I am on from 5 to 6 this evening, and then Crafty-Peep, Tami is on from 6 to 7, and then Favi with Arrows DIY is on from 7 to 8, and then from 8 until Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I was going to say Sarah Isabella. I'm going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute. I wanted to show you the completed boat. I probably need to secure these oars on a little better. But here's our little boat with the anchor. And the oars. And this started out, I created this last night on Facebook with the Crafty Creators community. So this boat started out as this tray, and the oars are Dollar Tree spatulas, and this is from the Dollar Tree as well, the tray. And the anchor is from Dollar Tree, and I believe this nautical rope in particular is from Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. And this jute rope or jute string is from the Dollar Tree. So almost everything from the Dollar Tree, with the exception of the stain and the paints that I used, and all of that out of a Dollar Tree tray. So that was my boat from last night's theme, which is the same as this evening, beach please, because we all are ready for the beach, aren't we? And let's see, hi Charlene, how are you? Thank you, I'm glad you like how it turned out. Okay, hi JJ. I am going to go ahead and get started, which means this is the point where I turn the camera down. So I'm going to take away all of that, and you can still see me in the lower left hand corner. And you can see I have a Dollar Tree wreath here. This is, I already cut the tag off, and I have part of it covered because I prepped a little. So with the magic of live videos, we are going to reveal that in just a moment. But I'm going to show you exactly how I got started and created what is underneath this towel. So we're creating a wreath this evening, and we're using clothespins. And I spray painted one entire Dollar Tree package of clothespins white on one side. Okay, and then I soaked another package of clothespins in coffee, an entire package from Dollar Tree, and then half of a package from Dollar Tree was painted in Dutch Aqua by Folk Art, which seems to be the crafting color of choice these days. But it's also a good beach color, so I'm going to go ahead and Let me see where I left off. I'm sneaking a peek under here because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, so I'm going to grab, all you do to create this is you go on the inner two, not the outer two. There's 4 different rings on this wreath. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with these 2 holes right here, you're going onto the inner 2 and just placing the clothespin like so. And we're putting a coffee stained, a white painted, a coffee stained, a white painted, and then a blue, a Dutch aqua. And I'm going to push these up to where the other ones are. So again, I'm doing, whoops, on the lower 2, on the inner 2, I'm just clipping these on. Coffee stained, white spray paint, coffee stained, blingy ropes. I do not. I wish I did. That sounds interesting. And then a blue. So I'm just alternating. You have to make sure you get it down onto those 2 holes, okay? So again, for this section, the inner 2, coffee stained, white spray painted, whoops, white spray painted, coffee stained right there, and then just slide those over and add a blue. Coffee stained, white painted, coffee stained, white painted, and a Dutch aqua folk art blue. Coffee stained. How simple is this, guys? How stinking simple is this? Coffee stained, white painted. We've got two coffee stained, 2 white painted, and a Dutch aqua. And I may have a few extra of the Dutch aqua because I painted a few extra. For some reason I was thinking it wasn't going to be enough, so I just had a couple extra. So you're just clipping these all the way around like so. There. And a white, whoops, and then a blue. Get that secured down on there. Now, I'm going to reveal, okay, you saw how quick that was, okay, for me to put that on there. This is what the entire thing looks like, okay? And I'm going to slide these, if I can, a little closer up at the top so that I can fit a couple more over here, because I probably want, well, I've got this little bar here, so it's probably not going to work, but I think I'm going to put a white right here just to finish that off, like so. So the pattern was broken, but only with these 3 right here, okay? And we can cover that up. I painted a shell just to kind of see how it would come out. I put some of that Dutch aqua on there. So I've got leftover. I have some leftover coffee stained, some Dutch aqua. So if I want to, I can go grab another smaller wreath and put that in the middle and make it even more dimensional if I wanted to. But I have a sign and I have a few other things that I'd like to add to this. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. I'm actually just going to move them over here in case anybody that hops on asks about it. Hi, Joe. Hi, Julie. Oh, I'm sorry. Jetta. I'm sorry. I thought it said Julie. I don't have my glasses on. So in case you missed it, this was my Dollar Tree craft from last night. And it's an anchor on a boat with some rope tied along the bottom and 2 spatulas from the Dollar Tree as oars. Okay. And this is what I made the boat from. It was painted, then stained to give a wood grain, and then to make it match up with the oars, I brushed on some of the Dutch Aqua and the Junk Monkey White paint, antique white. And I also added some of the stain to the anchor to make that blend in easier as well. And I will post a picture of that on CCC. So now we have our wreath. All of our clips on there. It's really cute. And I have some things to add to this. So I have this relax sign that we can add. And I'm thinking about maybe going in the middle because of the way these are angled up. I kind of like that in the middle. And then I also have a little, I don't know, I was kind of thinking of making the seahorse. I knew I would get to it. I couldn't think of it. The seahorse, yes, that thing, that I put a little piece of bling to fill the hole really, but it kind of sort of acts as the eye. I know their eyes are more towards the top like that, but in all actuality, it may be more down toward the middle, but I wanted to cover the hole, so I put a little piece of bling there, and I've got a few glue webs going on. But I could put that on the L. How cute would that be? Because there's no hole in the middle, and this is from the Dollar Tree as well. But I could put him on the L, and then I've got just some plain white seashells that we can put here and there. If I put this down lower after I paint it, I can do these going up one side, like starting with a bigger one. All things in threes, right? So maybe 3 shells like that. Yeah, I like them face down. But I'm going to go ahead and paint this in the meantime. And I also have 3 little dolphins from the Dollar Tree, painted and waiting, ready to join a wreath if they choose to do so. And we are going to go ahead and paint this. So I'm going to just I'm going to set this out of the way for a minute, and I'm going to grab my little painting board here. I know that's sometimes distracting. And I'm going to use some of the same colors on this. So I'm going to use white. I'm not going to use coffee. I'm running out of white. I'm just going to empty this bottle, if you'll excuse the noise. Oh my goodness, so dramatic. How's everyone doing tonight? It's Wednesday. Shake it up. Shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up. Okay. Put some blue on the plate. Dutch Aqua from Folk Art. And some desert, which is kind of contradictory, but desert turquoise on our beach relax sign. Okay. And I am going to Go in with white first. Grab a brush. I did have to sand this down just a little bit. Any of the wood things from Dollar Tree are typically rough around the edges, so if you pick one of these up, you'll find you'll probably have to give it a little bit of a sanding. I had to use a fingernail file because of all the little areas, all the little nooks that you have to get into. So I'm using this as a base color just to get this color covered, even though it is a sandy, kind of beachy color. Who knows, maybe I'll put some diamond dust on this sign. Give it a little sparkle, right? A little sand and a little sparkle maybe. And I'm going to do the edges. I'm going to grab a different brush for this. And the reason is to get into those little areas. I'm going to grab a more rounded brush like this. That looks really yellow on the camera. And you'll see it'll make it very easy to get into some of these little areas here. Excuse me, right? Or the bottle. I didn't do anything. So we have Tami after me, then we have Favi, and then we have Kristy. And we're all doing the Beach Please theme again this evening. So I'm real curious what Tami and Favi are going to make. Last night, Kristy made on Facebook a really unique wreath. And she made an umbrella out of like paper party hats, guys. Like, who thinks to do that? Like, really? Very creative. Born with creativity, Miss Kristy. And it was looking really cute. She made a little beach ball with some fabric and a styrofoam ball. And I think most of the stuff she said she got at Dollar Tree. So she used a pool noodle to make the wreath. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. I know you're thinking, Lord have mercy, I have to watch her paint all around the edges of this thing, but we can talk. Talk to me. Talk to me. And I will need to grab another bottle of white paint here in just a second. So the edges don't need to be like as critically, you know, stark white as the rest. But I definitely want them to look good from all directions. The back, not so important. And this is where the round brush comes in handy. So see how I can get all down in between that letter X there, that little slot? This is where this comes in handy. Or a flat brush would work as well. You want to load up your brush and get down in there really well. And then come back to the front side and just clean that up a little. And this wood is really soaking up the paint, so I'm having to kind of go over that a little bit when I come back to the front. And get ready for Macarella, because Joe B is about to come home and they will bark. Macarella. See how it's really absorbing? So I'm just really globbing it on, so to speak, because it's going to absorb it pretty well. I'll grab this from a different direction. Come over here. Bethwin, are you celebrating any alert? What alert? Uh-oh. What's going on? Are you celebrating any holidays in Australia right now? And what season is it for you? Just out of curiosity. Let me grab some more white paint. Yeah, this one's done. Done for, okay, I have this one. Shake it up. This is just Deco Art White. I kind of like the look. It kind of looks sandy and beachy, doesn't it? Kind of look whitewashed almost. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's whitewashed, but when it soaks in like that, it's really giving it like a whitewashed look. So I knew this was going to take a minute, and that's why I wanted to get that wreath out of the way. Maybe I should have prepped this. It was more fun to watch the clothespins, right? But I did show you a little bit of that. Absolutely nothing. Okay. It's winter. Are you serious? But like, what's winter in Australia? Like, oops. How cold does it get? Like, what's the coldest? And I may not know what the conversion is if you tell me something Celsius. Awesome. Thank you. More polite paint bottle. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, they get pretty impolite when they're running dry, right? I may not have to go into the center of the E. I don't know. Maybe I will just for consistency's sake, but you can barely see it because it's so small. So what's the coldest, ma'am? How cold does it get there? I didn't know it was winter, although something told me that it was like the opposite of ours. We're not quite to summer yet, but it was 101 here in Greensboro, North Carolina today. So I didn't even step foot outdoors because it was so cold, so hot. In Melbourne, it maybe gets to lower than 30-ish, really? But isn't that, I think that's West Coast, right? Melbourne? Is that the West in Australia? The wild, wild West? All right, let me make sure I'm getting all of this section here before I move on. Sometimes you have to turn it every which way to make sure you're getting all the edges there. Oh, that's the east. I had it opposite. Okay. And where are you, Miss Bethwin? Are you in Melbourne? Why do I not know this? I should have asked you this a long time ago. Winter sun is warming in the west. Gotcha. Warmer in the west. 32 though, I didn't think it got that cool. Is it more mountainous in that area? Is that why maybe? Hi Fabi. You're in the southeast in Melbourne. How are you, Fabi? I'm so curious what you're going to be making tonight. I was just talking about that. I loved your little peach last week. And we are at the beach tonight. God bless you, whoever that was that just sneezed. Sorry if my head's in the way here for a second. I want to make sure I'm getting this R. It's giving me a hard time. Oh, interesting. So it's very flat, but it's cold in the wintertime. Okay. Let this get another coat. I'm not done with the sides yet. I'm almost done, but I'm gonna give this another coat and let it work on getting dry here. I'll show you all what I did. This is gonna go on a wreath that I made out of clothespins and a Dollar Tree. A couple packages of clothespins and a Dollar Tree wreath, metal wreath form. But Australia, like the USA, you span climates from cold temperatures to tropical. Yeah. Like in Florida, it's pretty tropical weather. And they can keep it. I mean, I love to visit it, but I don't like to live in tropical. We got enough tropical right here in North Carolina in the summertime. 101 today. Lord of mercy. I don't even want to know what it's going to be in July and August. I may have to come to the west side of Australia. Get some cool weather. What's your favorite season, everybody? I like the fall and winter. I'm an oddball. I like winter. I just feel like it's easier sometimes to get warmer when you're cold than it is to cool down when you're really hot. So that's my reasoning. And I'm sticking to it. Queensland in Australia is the Florida in the USA. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I watch a lot of HGTV, and I see a lot of the beaches and stuff in Queensland. There's even a style of house, I think, called the Queensland, if I'm not mistaken. Need more white paint. And it's got like those shutters on it, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what it's called. Spring is your favorite? Yeah, spring is pretty too. Lots of rain in certain areas in the United States in the spring. Queenslander. Yep. Yep. The Queenslander style home. Of course, I'm probably saying it funny, but yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. And they'll often shoot from that area, and people want to be like close to the beach but close to schools and close to work. Everybody, you know, location. They want it all, but they can't always afford it all, so they do the best they can to find them what they want on the show. It's pretty dry on the top, so I'm gonna just get the bottom of this now and the side of the X that I missed before. Oh, really? Is that just because you live in the West? Or are they kind of rocky on the eastern side? I know in some places, like in Hawaii, some of the beaches can be pretty rocky because of the lava from volcanoes and stuff. And it's more, it's less of a like beach how we like to, you know, go and pitch an umbrella, and it's more of a climbing, exploring type of area. I have to get down in there. I'm going to save that for last. Oh, you're fine. Where are you, dude? Oh, did you go to get our subs? Oh, the southeast. Okay. You did say that. I'm sorry. It's a big country. Do you ever get used to all the animals that the people in the U.S. are afraid of? All of the creatures and, you know, the poisonous snakes and spiders, and everybody hears about how big they are in Australia and how poisonous and deadly and all that. Do you ever, like, do you know how to look out for them? And are they like popular in populated areas, or is it like anywhere else where they're mostly in wooded areas and you really don't have to worry about them as much? You guys have some of the most beautiful coral reefs too that are hopefully not being depleted. My sister wants to go to Australia. Oh, I missed it. I missed the inside of the A here. Let me get that before I forget. I could decorate this entire relax word with tiny shells. I have lots of tiny shells, or I could just put a few on it. I could make it the whole thing like a shell word. I haven't decided yet, but I only have a few minutes to decide. So once this is dry, we're going to dry brush a couple of other colors on it, I think. Oh. You always somehow miss. Let me know if you see any areas that I'm missing. I'm finding a couple as I go. All right. Put these plates out so I don't get that on my table, and I always end up getting it on my table. Whew. Dark spaces, cooler spaces. So you are grateful. So you are careful in the shed or garage. Okay. That's Macarilla. Macarilla, Macarilla. Oh, Tami's on. Hi. Hey, Tami. I didn't see you pop up. I've been trying to pay real close attention to the chat tonight. Hi, Minnie. How are you? Crafty Creators Community is rocking it on the beach tonight. Yes, we are. You're fine, Jay. Dogs will be dogs. Lord, I'm covered in paint tonight. Yes, I am. My poor nail lady's gonna go crazy. I grabbed this not to clean myself, but to clean my table, because if you leave it too long, it's hard. It is hard to get off. You really have to use some scrubbing power. Sorry if I'm shaking you. Minnie is so sweet. Oh, I also needed a little bit more paint, I think. A little bit more of the white. Okay. So, I put this together already, just to show you. It is a Dollar Tree wreath form, and I use the inner two circles to just clip on painted clothespins, 3 bags from the Dollar Tree. So all of that is from the Dollar Tree. Call someone out, boo. Favi, you're my boo tonight. Call someone out and tell them I'm not going to take no for an answer. I pay for this service. I run a business on this service. Please fix it for me. I have to have this. When it goes down, my business is down. Tell them you're going to start billing them. Say, I'm going to start subtracting from my bill for every minute that it cuts out. Tell them like it is. Give them a little piece of your mind. That's what you have to do. You're too sweet to do that, though. But I got to a point where I got so frustrated. I was like, guys, let's just fix this, okay? It's usually guys, so it's okay to call them that. All right, so I'm just touching this up a little, touching up around the edges. And we're going to make sure it's dry before we do some dry brushing of color and adding some shells and other things to this. Maybe a few dolphins, maybe a seahorse, and then we're going to add it to the wreath. So if you read back in the comments, guys, Bethwyn was giving me the lowdown on Australia, and it was very interesting. It's winter there right now, so all of this relax and go to the beach stuff is kind of something to look forward to, I guess. For sure, right? For sure, for sure. My husband and I have been on the hunt for a place to move. We would love to move to Italy. But you know, that's too far without family, and our children mean the world to us, so, and grandchildren. So it's kind of like, you know, unless we can take them with us, that's not going to happen. I just felt like when I was there, the one time that I was there, that I was like, I meant to be there. It felt like home. And yeah, I'm only half Italian, but the other parts of my nationality are French and German, so it's all European. And I felt like I was home. The architecture, the people, the air, the beauty, it's just, it felt right. And I loved it. I was there for 3 weeks. And I didn't want to come home, even though I broke my toe. Because what would a trip to Italy be without breaking your toe, right? I mean, I actually, to be completely open about that, I didn't just break my toe. I had foot surgery, and I got the okay. I was all healed and everything. I had to get some screws in my big toe and a couple of the other toes because they just weren't right. And I had surgery, and all of that was corrected, okay? And Michelle, in a hotel in Venice, decided to forget about the little step there was from the bedroom to the bathroom. So instead of stepping up, I rammed that surgical foot right into that step. And yes. And I popped the screw and broke the bone. So, and I let out a holler, and it hurt. I limped. Fortunately, it was our last night there. We went from Rome to Milan to Verona to Venice. So it was our last night, and we, well, I say we, but everybody pretty much had to listen to Michelle gripe about how painful my foot was on the way to the airport the next day. And I don't think anybody thought there was anything seriously wrong. They know that I'm kind of a little more dramatic about things. But I could tell something was really wrong and that I had messed something up. And sure enough, I got a quickie in appointment to go see my foot doctor that week after we got home. And he said, "Boy, you did a number on my work. Let's get you set up for some more surgery so we can fix it again." Michelle rolls eyes hard. So, yeah. I get really paranoid now when I bang my foot if I just stub it. I'm never ever supposed to go without slippers or shoes or anything, even just around the house. But you know, you get up in the middle of the night, your slippers aren't there, or you can't find them, you're so tired, you head to the bathroom, and of course you've been craft organizing, so there's things in the path along the way, and glue webs hanging off of you. So you tend to bang your feet. And now when I do, I call up the next day and I'm like, I need an X-ray. And usually it's nothing, just a bruise or whatever, but I get really paranoid about it. All right, I think we're dry. So I am just going to, I'm not going to put a lot. I say that and then I always put a lot. But seriously, I don't want to put a lot. I may just try to edge onto this. This isn't the brush I want for edging. This is a chippy brush, but let me just, I'm going to take a little bit of both of these colors and bring it to the center like so. And then I'm going to tap off in the white, which there's hardly any white there, but that's where the white was, okay? So I'm kind of creating this middle color, and I'm stuck to my paper here. I'm gonna pick this up and I'm just gonna kind of brush along the edges to define the word a little bit more. And I may get some across the middle of some of these letters, like right there, like I just did. And that's fine. So you can see up close what I'm doing there. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to try to go in the same direction and just kind of define all of these little areas that are the edges, okay? I'm going to come back over here and grab the colors again. I don't want to muddy the white with a lot of different colors. I just want to add just a touch of this blue on here, because we've got this on the clothespins. So you can see I'm just barely touching, I'm kind of feathering, I guess you would call it. Let me show you what we've got. So it just gives you that breezy, relaxed, feathered look, okay? And I know I grabbed all that paint for just a feathering. But that's what I was going for with that, okay? All right, now I'm gonna grab my wreath back. I'm gonna move this up. Actually, I'm gonna move this away. And we're gonna work on hot gluing some things together, okay? And then we will be done. I'm not going to throw that away just yet because I may decide to use it. Move my paint over here. Now, I was saying, oh, I moved my, I'll turn this around so you can see it. I moved my little containers of shells. Ah, here they are. Okay, so I have these little tiny shells from the Dollar Tree. And I can add just a few of them here and there on the letters, if that would be cute. I kind of like these ones here, the shape of them. 13 minutes, thank you. And then I have the seahorse that I was gonna place on the L. And I have these shells that I was gonna, those are close to the same size. I want 3 of them. Let me see. But I don't want it to overwhelm. So I'm gonna put a large one, a medium one, and then a smaller one, kind of like so. And then let's take a few of these shells out and see what they would look like. One got stuck, of course.
I just want to say hi to everyone. I just got home, so y'all probably didn't hear my voice, and I was driving, so I couldn't say hi to y'all with my voice. So I want to say hi to a few people, Charlene and my daughter Sarah and Judah, and who else said hi to me?
Let's just say hi to everybody.
And
Tami.
Bobby and Kristy.
Kristy's here?
Charlene.
Kristy here? So maybe just going up the R. Let's see if
I meant Tami. I'm sorry.
Tami. Okay,
So,
you're fine.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody.
It's Joe B. Maybe just going up the R, add the seahorse here, the shells here, and then maybe three dolphins. What say you? Hi, Joseph. Hey, Joe. Thank you, Fabi. So you can see my seahorse has that little glitter eye. Should I move relax down to the bottom? Maybe?
I think it's good there.
Relax and then put the dolphins maybe over here. And move the seashells down just a tiny bit. Oh, I also have a little bow made out of twine. A little one that I made ahead of time so as not to frustrate everyone. Boom. There's the bow. What do you think, guys? Start gluing? Should I start gluing? I know there's a lag. I also have these little tiny conch shells that are just amazingly adorable that I can maybe put going down the little X. Little conch shells that are falling away. That I can't get to stay, like so. I don't know. From behind the pegs. Oh. Like that? Oh, you can't see that. Like that, coming out from like the side. Dolphins. Dolphins. I don't know about the dolphins. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I've got shells. All right. Let me get relaxed on here. I am going to make the seahorse part of my L. So I'm just going to add some hot glue on the back of my seahorse. Like this.
They said move the relax a little higher.
Move it higher. Okay. Centered, more centered. Like that. I don't want to hide any of the letters. The bow is too big for the seahorse. So I can leave the dolphins off. Let me get my word on here.
I think the bow looks better on top.
Come on, glue.
You don't want to hide relax too much. Sarah said bow up top.
Okay.
She said roll tide?
No, no, she did not say roll tide.
Bow up top.
Or wait, what? Oh, I was like, what the heck?
So right up here, bow up top. We will put the bow up top. On the white.
Sarah said, "Go Buckeyes."
Go Bucks. That's right. No roll tide here. We don't roll tides, although it is a beach please theme. Okay, now for my shells. Ouch. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Kenlyn. Okay.
Boy, nobody can walk in our house without them telling us.
Nope. Nobody can ever come in this house without us knowing. Go a little bit different direction there. What about one over here? I might have messed that up and not put that down enough. Or I could overlap it like so. I have 4 minutes left, guys. I kind of like that, actually. Maybe going in a different direction.
2 shells is enough.
It's got to be 3. It has to be 3, Joseph. Yeah, I kind of like that, going in a different direction like that. And then I do need a little something something over here. So maybe I can do
Hi, Shayna.
like a pod of dolphins right there. Hi, Shanna. Yes, I don't have any clubbing kids anymore, but yes. If they were to come in at 3 a.m., Macarella would be the perfect alarm clock to wake me up. Okay. Guys, I also have this little dragonfly. Thank you, Fabi. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave.
Too much
And
up top, she said.
too much up top. How about the dolphins at the bottom? Like so, with a shell maybe, a big shell,
That looks good.
a medium shell. I can put this Totally Dazzled
I think it looks okay.
thing on here as well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
And you could put a firefly right there.
I don't have a firefly. I only have, and I can't get it open, this little dragonfly, and it's
Dragonfly, man.
it's really the only little thing that I could find that would
No, say
you
put
would
it up top.
you would see at the beach.
No, put it over where you had the dolphins.
No, they're saying that's too much.
Yeah,
All right.
that would go good with
I'm going to put a shell on this side and maybe with some little shells, and then put the dolphins over here, like a little school of dolphins. And that will be it, because I'm going to have to post a picture of this and put it on the CCC page on Facebook and bid you adieu for this evening, because it is now time to go over to Crafty-Peep and watch Tami and tell her I sent you. And then you're going to watch Fabi, and then you're going to watch Kristy after that. That is our playlist for this evening. I'm going to pop it up again so you can see real quick. I gotta go that way with my finger. There's Crafty-Peep right after me, and then Arrow's DIY, and then Kristy's Crafty Cottage with the beach theme. It is 7 o'clock, y'all. Head on over. No dragonfly. I will not put the dragonfly on there. Thank you. And I will finish this with the School of Dolphins and some shells on the left-hand side over here. And I may add a little beaded hanger, just a natural one. Okay? So, yes to dolphins at the bottom. Thank you, Charlene. It's hard. Decisions are hard, y'all. Go see Tami. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you.